Did you watch much of the Washington Wizards this past season? If not, you might not be familiar with Deni Avdija. At age 23, he's coming off a breakout year while being younger than seven players who were just taken in the 2024 draft. Though with the Wizards fully committed to building through the draft, they traded Avdija to the Trailblazers for the 14th pick, Malcolm Brogdon, and a future first round pick. This should be beneficial for both sides, but Avdija is a very intriguing young player who doesn't get much buzz. I'm going to take a deeper look and show why Avdia's versatility on both ends of the floor makes him a player the Trailblazers were smart to bet on. Not even accounting for what he brings on the floor, Avdia is very valuable in another sense: his team friendly contract. With the new tax aprons and the collective bargaining agreement, players that can make an impact without breaking the bank are a massive advantage. Take a look at the extension Avdia signed last offseason. Given what versatile wings go for in the open market, this is an absolute bargain. And Avdia, when he figures to just be entering his prime, only accounts for 6% of the salary cap. Even if the Trailblazers' rebuild doesn't move as quickly as they'd like, this makes Avdia an incredibly valuable trade chip. Now let's take a look at some areas where Avdia improved offensively. A 31% three-point shooter his first three seasons in the NBA, Avdia knocked down 37% of his attempts from deep in his fourth year. While there were some instances where he shot off movement, Avdia was deadly on spot-ups. He ranked in the 80th percentile on them this past year and shot 41% on catch-and-shoot threes. Though another aspect that makes him valuable when spotting up is his ability to attack closeouts. On this possession, this starts as a high pick and roll for the Wizards. They'll look at Avdia the moment he catches the ball. He already has a plan to attack, and Julius Randle isn't prepared for it. Avdia blows by Randle and scores 2 points with an impressive finish at the rim. Another area where Avdia grew this past season was scoring out of pick and roll. In the 2023 season, he ranked in the 18th percentile scoring out of the action. This past year, he jumped up to the 40th percentile, while also showing some ability to shoot from three off the dribble, though he creates mismatches in the action getting downhill. At 6'9", Avdia has the ability to blow by bigger opponents, but has the size to bully smaller ones when he gets into the paint. Avdia is also able to create for others out of the action. This possession starts as a high pick and roll where an initial screen is set early to get Domantas Sabonis switched on to Avdia. He uses his speed to get downhill, and once he gets into the paint, look at the attention Avdia draws. That's three Kings defenders around him, and the other two are watching the ball. Avdia gets all the way to the basket before kicking it out to a wide open teammate who knocks down the three. Given his size and lateral movement, Avdia is an ideal defender in today's NBA. He's a wing with a blend of size and lateral movement that allows him to defend players at various positions. In this possession, the Hawks run pick and roll to get Trae Young what's hypothetically a mismatch versus Avdia. Though this doesn't work as planned, the Hawks set a slip screen here to create more space for Young and potentially create a lob chance, but Avdia works right through it. He then displays the movement to stick with Young laterally and blocks his shot. The Trailblazers are still far from competing in a daunting Western Conference, but at 23 years old, Avdia is a great piece to pair with their young core. This past year, he showed impressive flashes of creating offense for himself and others while showing improvement as a shooter. That doesn't even account for his ability to get out and run in transition or score on cuts. Avdia is also a versatile defender who can guard a wide array of players if called upon. On top of that, he has a fantastic contract, which is great for the Trailblazers in terms of roster construction, or could lead to a nice haul if they choose to trade him at some point. Avdia being traded won't be the most notable move this offseason, but his growth this past year and value he could bring down the line makes him a player to keep an eye on for the foreseeable future.